know you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Hello! Alright, so I forgot to buy an eyeshadow primer, and I'm really not even sure if they have eyeshadow primers in the drugstore. So I'm going to be using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. So for eyes, I don't know. I want to do something neutral with a pop of color, and I'm thinking a pop of blue because I have this L'Oreal Infallible Paints, and it's navy. I'm gonna set my eyeshadow primer with the same brush I used to put it on. This shade. And you know what, you guys? To save time, I'm actually going to fill in my eyebrows off camera really quick. Alright, so brows are on, and I actually just did one eye off camera, and then I'm going to do this eye on camera because the way my camera is set up. Using these two gold shades, and I'm going to go in the crease with this brown shade. Super simple look, and then I haven't really finished because I'm going to put blue on the bottom, but I'll do that after I do my face and my concealer and stuff. I honestly just use my finger. I sprayed it a bit with the matte spray by NYX. Sprayed my finger just to wet it a bit. Okay, so with the domed shadow brush, this brush right here, I'm going to go in with this matte brown shade I showed you guys. And I'm going to just go into my crease. We're golden. Take that eyeshadow off, and I'm gonna kind of like clean up. I'm gonna move on to my face. I'm going to prime using the Baby Skin Primer. I'm really worried about this foundation that I'm trying. I'm so happy that I have my L'Oreal Infallible just in case this Lumi cushion is not the right color. I'm going to use it with this Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. I'm just going to dip my brush in there. I'm just going to do one dip. What? That's not my color. So this one's a little bit dark for me, but it's okay. I'd rather have something that's too dark than too light. This is usually my foundation color. But we're gonna use this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation, and it's one of my faves. We'll fix that with concealer. Alright, so I have this LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I know is my color. And I bought this NYX Sculpt and Highlight thingy, but I'm almost positive that this highlight shade is not going to be light enough for me. Let's try it. Yeah, no, it's like orange. It'd be good for correcting though. I just put it in the inner corners. It has like this orange tint, so like if you have hyperpigmentation, I'm sure that'll be good for you. Okay, so I wet my sponge. I'm gonna blend out NYX concealer. So because it's not like bright enough for my under eyes, like to actually highlight, I just use this as like a corrector on the inner part of my under eyes if I'm having like some hyperpigmentation there, or maybe around my mouth, or some dark spots or something like that. Actually, hold on. I forgot I bought this. It's by Revolution Makeup Revolution, London. It's the Ultra Cover and Conceal palette. So I'm actually going to use, it's too pink. I'm going to try and use it because as I can see, I think a lot of them are kind of too pink. I'm gonna take this essential foundation brush and dip into this color, which looks the most promising, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. See, this is why I don't use drugstore makeup. I can never find anything that works. So on camera it's showing up a lot more pink than in this lighting, but I feel like because there's a ring light behind this camera, it might be a little bit more true to color. But if I blend it out, it's not too bad at all. No, there would be no value in me using this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna even it out and just put the concealer under this side, and then I'm gonna go in with my LA Pro Conceal and blend it out. I'm just a little bit annoyed, but Jackie Aina really had a great video, and I'll link it under. A lot of makeup brands who call things like dark or deep for deep skin tones, and then the colors literally, they call like this color deep. But this color palette's from medium to dark. It's medium to dark, and there's no shade in here that would work for me, and then they had this one dark color. I think the only thing I would use in here is that cream contour, but I don't really cream contour like that. So what I do is because I don't like having stark, like looking stark, and a lot of times, sometimes I be failing on blending it out perfectly. But what I've been doing to try to make sure that like I don't have that flashback that's really intense in pictures is when I go out with the concealer, I also go up and blend up here. And then what I'll do is when I do my bronzer, I'll like go around. And bronzer, I couldn't really find anything for a good bronzer, so I may just have to use a high-end bronzer. I forgot my nose. There was no like translucent powders that I wanted to buy or that I saw there, but I do have these two powders. Now one is in the shade W8, which was that shade that did not work for me. I'm gonna use the multitask brush. So I actually think this is actually a good color for my skin. But I want to see if this W7 is good for under the eye. So I'm going to use this setting brush. Ooh, I'm happy. So far, a lot of these products were like, eh. So I'm just gonna set, you can see the difference. I'm just gonna set everywhere that I put that highlighting powder. Okay, and with the other foundation, with the other powder, I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Alright, so because I don't have any drugstore contour powders or bronzers, I'm going to go get those and use those. Sorry I don't have anything. Next time, I was also in a rush, and I'm also in an area that I'm not used to. Like I was taking a lift and I just wanted to get back home. So next time when I'm actually at like where I live, I'll try to do a better job of trying to find something that's better for my skin tone, like that actually works, but right now I don't have any. Okay, so I went and I got my Guerlain Terracotta bronzer, and I'm going to bronze up my face with this. And like I said, I like to bronze the sides of my face so that there's no stark highlight line. To contour with, I'm going to use the sculpting brush by Real Techniques. And I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder. With the same contour shade, I'm going to use this base shadow brush. I've been contouring my nose a little bit differently. Usually I would have gone all the way down and then hit the bottom, but now I kind of like don't do anything to this ball. I'm going to use this NYX, I thought I bought a black eyeliner pencil, but I bought a black shimmer pencil, so we'll see how this turns out. I might like it. But I'm gonna put that under my eyes. Not going into this little triangle area. The only reason why I don't go in there all the time is because it's runs, and I don't like that look. It just makes your makeup look worn. And then once I do that, I'm gonna lightly drag down just to the lower lash line. And the reason I'm doing this is so that blue eyeshadow has a base and it pops more. It does have a lot of shimmer. I like it. It kind of makes the eyes twinkle. I need like a pencil brush to pack on the blue shadow with, but they don't have one for Real Techniques. But here's what I'm gonna do. So I have some Morphe brushes, and for the most part Morphe is affordable. These brushes that I have are a little bit on the pricier side, but I'm just gonna use that just so that I can put the blue shadow down. So at first I'm gonna take this blue shadow right here and put it under my lash line. But if that doesn't give me the look I want, then I'm gonna use this navy one. Or I might just mix them both, it depends. Hello? This shadow is amazing. I'm not even like digging into the pan a lot for it to show up. Oh my goodness. I'm actually shook. I'm gonna say it makes brown eyes pop, man. I love. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the darker blue shade. And I'm just gonna go on the outer corners of my eye, just to give it some dimension. Okay, actually I lied. I'm going to go closer to the tight line, closer to the waterline of my eye, so that it can give a gradient effect of blue. I'm obsessed, I love it. I'll put on the mascara and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the little schmeh the blush came with. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Carly Rybel palette. And I'm going to use a mixture of these three shades. So now for the part that I'm most excited for is me trying the Infallible Paints. This is in the color Navy Spot. The sun's really playing me because it's back again, but I don't care. It smells like a fruity candy. It kind of does this number right here in the middle. Some spots, so it gets on the teeth easily, like, but I love it. I love the color. I love the shine. I feel like this look came out like extremely editorial. I'm obsessed. Okay guys, so the products that really stood out to me were This W7 True Match powder, I would use it to set under my, like all my highlighted areas. I love the finish, and I will be keeping this, and I would probably even purchase it, especially because the price is better than like going to some high-end store and getting powder foundation. This Infallible paint, I'm not really sure, because I love how it looks, like a finish of the product, and I love the color, but it like weirdly clings inside every single tooth, and it's just not realistic for every day. But if you were taking pictures or something, this would be bomb. These two, I guess, stood out to me the most. Thank you for watching.